Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Can't do that. Good, good, solid British accent or whatever accent I'm trying to do. Am I crazy in that the Highlander 2? Never knew there was a Highlander 2. Did you? Tonight's Bible study, which is TS Daily Bible Studies, which is where you should be. I mean, I don't even care if you're a member of Mystery Babylon. You might be a lost sheep and a member of Mystery Babylon, and you need to be on this TS Daily Bible Studies. That's a 32-minute, 29-second study that we did tonight because we went over the word the quickening, which reminded me of the Highlander, the quickening scene, but I didn't even realize when I searched it that there was a Highlander Part 2 called the Quickening. And of course, the quickening was actually added. It was not in the original Greek scriptures. It was added by the King James writers. But I agreed with it, and you'll see why. I mean, it was sometimes when they add a word, many words are added in the King James that were not in the original Greek. And they're italicized when you go to like, let me get that for you. It's called Authorized King James Version. And so when we got into it today, you see where it's, I don't use it in my Bible studies because it doesn't separate each verse. The King James has a nice separation, so it's easy on the eye. See how busy this is? But you see in parentheses, he hath quickened. If it's in parentheses in the Authorized King James Version, which is a better version, but online, unfortunately, watch me switch it over to King James. Watch how easier it is, and you'll see why I use it for my Bible studies. Look how it's separated. Verse 1, verse 2. So, but hath he quickened is in italics in the Authorized. And we had to find that out by actually going and digging deep. And I do that a lot. I will look up the words in the Greek for you. So anyway, TS Daily Bible Studies, fascinating channel. The playlists are amazing, especially when you go down to like my Romans 11th study, my Romans 7th study, or you get to artificial intelligence is the ghost in the machine, mark of the beast, or the abomination of desolation specific to 1524, or the Antichrist, which has got 5 parts on it. The Wednesday Netflix iPad Goat 2 James Bond Fusion. End Times Deep Study Series. It's 3 videos that correlates the End Times Antichrist for you in the Word of God better than anything you can find, internet, ethernet, anywhere out there. It just, nobody teaches it right, or to the extent of full proper. And we will absolutely claim that we do. And you be the judge. You call me out on that. But let's get to this this Highlander, the quickening. Well, the quickening is when he would rise from the dead, right? So release dates in the UK, April 12th, 1991. April 12th, 1991, to the flower full moon. You ready for this? 11711. So it's 11-7 or 7-11, all fused together, which is the Revelation 11:7 rising from the bottomless pit Bible verse, which is when he is quickened. That's pretty fascinating. 32 years, 23 days, so it's 322 and 223 coded. 384 months, 23 days, 38 murder code, So it's 384 months, 21 days when he gets fake murdered. In the minutes, it's got the 686. 68 is reversing of the 86 that will be taking place. So it's all very fascinating there. Now that's the UK release date. You do not get that much fascination with the USA release date. It's 11/5/08 days. 3164, 31 years, 6 months, 4 days. There's some things I can definitely get into, but wouldn't make any sense to anybody. So, but for me, I mean, for all of us, we can clearly see the UK release date, how it is a perfect reflection for the flower full moon. Now, let's just say nothing happens at the flower full moon. He doesn't go down May 3rd on his trip to Scotland or Ireland. Anything's on the table. This strawberry full moon coming up after that, because that new moon is May 19th, and it delivers up the strawberry moon, strawberry letter 22, strawberry letter 23, strawberry fields forever, 2 different songs. It is the strawberry full moon. Trump was born on the strawberry full moon. It was a total lunar eclipse. Then you get into the full moon in July. It is July 3rd, which is when Sirius the dog star goes dark, begins the dog days of summer. It's when I Pet Goat was released on their YouTube site, at Heliofont's YouTube site. It is when Back to the Future was released. So July 1st, rising on July 3rd would be enormous. By the way, July 1st was the saddest day in the history of my hometown, when a young boy that was my age drowned. It was just extremely, it was pathetic. It was horrible. Skiing with friends and a father, and he didn't have a life jacket on. He was tubing, and he went down, and he went under, and he died. That was July 1st. So Trump going down on July 1st, rising on that July 3rd buck full moon, can see it all day. Cut to August. You got a blue moon. Perfect. And it's also 11/7 days from the flower full moon. 11/7. That's pretty hard to make up, isn't it? The flower full moon to the blue moon is 11/7 days from Revelation 11/7. So him going down on August 28th, rising on the blue moon, is also featured in a way in I Pet Goat, because they have the 2 blue heads connected. And that's what all of that is. It is the year of the rabbit in I Pet Goat. We've shown you that many times, that they all have craters in their head. So they're all representing moons. They're all representing full moons, but they're all colored blue, like Blue Man Group. They're all colored blue because of the blue moon. And so that's what's behind Lily. They're all blue. They all represent moons. And there's 12 of them. Well, you're like, a blue moon, that's 13 moons in a year. Yes, well, Lily is holding that flower full moon. She is the new moon. She is the total solar eclipse. I guess I should just go ahead on and give the visuals. So 12, and then she's 13 because she's the new moon sitting inside the corona. See the corona that she's sitting inside. And then, and you see their 2 heads connected. You see the big crater there. You see a crater there. So they're letting you know these are moons. There's Trump sitting there with his upside down hand signal that we've shown 1,000 times. And then, of course, Year of the Rabbit. And those two heads are connected for August. And you see the Trump exit. So that's also ginormous. And then you have the October 28th, the Gateway Arch full moon. Would he be going through the Gateway Arch? And I like that one the best because I think the Abomination of Desolation is the total solar eclipse of April 8th. And that would be a very short, like if he goes down now, this World War III that kills 2 billion, we gotta live or die through that for 11 months until the Abomination of Desolation. So each time Trump does not go down is, to me, less time of the 4 horses. In other words, I would like to see them kill the 2 billion, me included or not, doesn't matter, but kill the 2 billion in a much shorter span of time. You know. So who knows? But Donnie Darko's was released October 26th. Skyfall, which is when he got blasted in the right eye and thought to be dead, but was saved by the divine feminine when he went over the waterfall, and saved by the yoni that lifted him up. And the opening credits of Skyfall with Adele singing. That October 26th release date for Skyfall and Donnie Darko, and then rise on the 3rd day. If Trump goes down October 26th, he would rise on the 3rd day. October 28th, the Gateway Arch. Bill Gates' birthday, Gateway Arch. Julia Roberts' birthday, Pizzagate. Her first movie, Mystic Pizza, Pizzagate. So they've scrambled and they've given us so many things to look at. I just know that in this video here, where she looks very sad, it is at the 123-second mark, day 123. And then she lets go of that. And there, the L and the C, the L is 1, 2, the C is 3, 1, 2, 3, loose change, an American coup. Day 123 is when he went down, and then this flower full moon pops and opens up and blooms. It's at the, by the way, it's at the, this is the 13, this is at 1 minute 33 seconds. So you're looking at Revelation 13:3 right now, deadly wound going through the healing process. And now it jumps into 134, 136 is when at 137 it's finally bloomed. So it's fascinating. You know, to me, this is when it all happens and when it all goes down. Now, I was sent something. Hang on just a second. So our friend Joe, who's also a Facebook friend, he sent me this. You've heard of buildings with lights on. How about with no lights on? This is Fifth Third in Charlotte, North Carolina, April 29th. So the lights are out. And remember, you know, this would be the AI really, really messing with us, of course. Because when we began this playlist, which is now at 55 videos. Flower, full moon, poison flowers, deadly flowers throughout No Time to Die. And nobody shares this. There were people on Twitter. There's people on Twitter. I've asked one person on Twitter, why don't you share my stuff? Because they call me and talk to me about all this stuff. Yeah, I just checked the Twitter account. They're not sharing my stuff. You know, one was a Facebook friend. I blocked them. And because to me, if you were legit, you'd be sharing my stuff. And but see, I tell the truth in the Bible, and these people don't. So it is what it is. But again, this is just thank you, Jesus, because once again, I seem to be by myself. As far as having a platform, you know, I might get phone calls and texts from somebody, and but they have a Twitter site and they don't share your stuff. And here's my second video. This Trump event, May 3rd. I'm sure of it now. Take that for what it's worth. I mean, I'm never 100% sure when the Trump event's going to take place, but things really started rolling. And that's I got the Fifth Third Bank logo on video number 2 and the Fifth Third Bank logo on video number 4. And Fifth Third Bank has their lights out. Why would something be called Fifth Third Bank? Well, when you divide the 5 by the 3, I think was their, it's 666. And yeah. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. How many people really watched all these videos? I mean, this one here has got the horse race. Where'd it go? The Rose and the Divine Feminine, the Kentucky Derby. Sure Shot, Beastie Boys. That's a fantastic one. They got Pelham 1, 2, 3 on Sure Shot. Well, May 3rd is day 1, 2, 3. It's just fascinating to go through this whole thing. Man, if I had the time, I'd just go back and watch all these. Just for my own entertainment purposes. Seriously. Unbelievable. Tomorrow's May Day. But yeah, the Fifth Third Bank lights were out. So thank you, Joe, for sending that. That right there, where the Fifth Third Bank lights are out. Well, that building there is the one that has Trump down in the Trump mural. It's Trump as a little boy and so forth. So love y'all.